For Crema Media's Polity, I'm Sane Dlamini. Paula Fernandes discusses her biography, The Mirror Breaks. Welcome, Paula.
Welcome, Sina.
The Mirror Breaks is your personal account of an abused woman. Why did you decide to open up to strangers?
I only did that now. Funny enough, not even my own family knew the truth behind my story. And I didn't know how to tell people and family what has been all these years buried and hurting me. I felt like a cloud was surrounded around me, always smiling to hide the pain. So I had heard from people that if you've got an inner emotion, the best way to heal that pain is to put it down in writing. And I thought of that over and over and over until I tried it, and I thought, well, let me write a book.
And what are you hoping to achieve through writing?
Well, what I've achieved for myself is I feel a great pain, weight off my shoulders. I feel more at peace, but also mainly let this be the opportunity for many abusers out there to read and to learn from my mistakes, and let those abusers still be in time to escape from their lovers, their husbands, whoever they are being abused by. And that is my main goal now.
And were there challenges while you were writing the book? Because it's a very sensitive topic.
You know, I had a full-time job at that time. I've got a wonderful husband now who has given me his full support. While I was writing my book, I did no housework. He did everything for me, and he too has a full-time job. And I used to come home and rush to my laptop to carry on writing the book. It brought a lot of pain because I had to relive that whole scenario again. Many times I had to stop writing to have good cries. I cried like a baby. That my husband used to say, take a break, you know, take a break and then go back. And that's what I used to do, right through the night. I used to write right through the night. I used to many times just have 2 hours sleep to go back to work. And this carried on until I finished the book. I had no personal life until I was completed writing my story.
And there is a pattern in the book where we see that you had a very close relationship with your brother. And why was this relationship only with your brother, but we didn't see it in like with your father especially?
Okay. This book, The Mirror Breaks, is my first book. It's a series of 3 books. And I can't tell you all in detail because I'll be giving the second story, the second series away. But my brother was my brother, my friend, my mother, and my father. My family, which you'll find in my second book, Why. My family, my mother and father weren't too close to me. They ignored me. I could never ask my mom anything. and I had my brother's full attention, and he pitied me. I can't even explain the way I was treated by, especially by my mom, and him having to watch, wanting to do something about it, but he couldn't because then he would get in trouble with my dad, you know. But at that time, my brother was, and still today, my brother is everything to me. He taught me about life, what a mother should teach a child about, especially a girl. You know, you go through you're growing up and things happen to you. I don't want to tell you too much in detail because I'd like the people to read my book. Who taught me about those things were my brother.
And there's a part where you reveal how your father used to punish you.
Yes, I was punished many times for things I didn't do, and he just accused me of doing it. And my punishments were hard. It is very hard for a father to put you in a corner on your knees for hours on end without moving, because once you get up, let me tell you, it's so hard to get up from your knees. To me, that is not a proper punishment. That is like torture. You don't do that to a child. Beating, you also did beat me. I clearly remember, my past life as if it happened just a few months ago. I can see it, I can feel it, I can experience, the emotional that I went through. And the worst thing is keeping it within the household. Everybody, my friends, thought I was happy, and meantime, at home, it was home, work, school, going to school, back home, housework. Later on, I found out that my dad was punishing me, mostly because of my mom. My mom was saying things to him that I was doing which I wasn't doing. Like, I love going to the library, and if I came late from the library, I used to tell my dad, and my dad punished me. I loved sports. I used to be a tennis player at school, and I could become today I could have achieved a great tennis player. And even at one stage I even thought, I'd rather play tennis and get punished, because it was something that I really loved. So I got home from school, obviously late because I went to play a tournament. Punished. It's no food, in the corner, 3 hours, 4 hours, then go to bed. If you had to see the condition of my knees, and I used to hide it with my skirts and my stockings and socks.
And in your marriage now, you were also abused badly. There's a part where you share with us like how you were abused while you were pregnant, and yet you didn't reveal all those things to your parents, but you only confided to your brother. Why was that?
I confided to my brother, but not everything, because even I felt ashamed to tell my brothers certain things that were happening in my life. I was heavily tortured. I wasn't just physical. It wasn't just physical abuse or verbal abuse. The worst was the torturing, where he used to, for no reason whatsoever. Still today, I wonder why. He used to chain me. Many times I slept in my dog's kennel at night, chained up. The one time I was 5 months pregnant with my first child, sleeping in a nude in the street, that I used to hide under cars, under the car, for nobody to see me. I experienced that so many times, having to sleep under the car. I told no one. In fact, people thought I was so happily married because in front of people,
you had another face.
I had but surprisingly enough, yes, I was always smiling. But people used to say to me, "You've got such sad eyes. Why do you have such sad eyes?" I said, "I don't know." You know.
And what would you say to women who are maybe going through those phases now, who can, like...
My advice, run. Run, baby, run. Seek advice. If you can afford, seek professional advice. But mostly of these women that are being abused can't afford anything, and they're mostly housewives. I would say 70% of these women that are being abused are housewives. So they find themselves in a very difficult situation where, if I leave him, where do I go? What will happen to my children? But read my book, from my mistakes, learn from my mistakes. By staying with this man cost me a child. So don't stay because of your children. What will happen to your children? I lost one for staying in the abuse of my husband.
And can you share with us where you are in life now?
Now I am recovering from breast cancer, but I am peace, love and harmony. I've got a lovely husband, a wonderful life with him. I just wish I had met him when I was in my young age. But even then I wouldn't be able to marry him because my parents married me off.
Yeah, because your first marriage was sort of arranged.
It was arranged, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your story. And
You're
sharing us
welcome.
with
And I
us.
just hope a lot of women out there get this. They must have strength, courage to fight these men that are abusing them, to get out of these relationships while they're alive.
And where can anyone get the book?
At the moment, it's being sold at Exclusive Books. They've been delivered a month late, so they'll be mostly at all bookstores except CNA by the end of the month.
Okay, thank you. That was Paula Fernandes speaking to Crema Media's Policy about her biography, The Mirror Breaks. Thank you.